Okay, folks, Bob Phillips here with my for what it's worth comments for the day. As always, I'm not saying I'm right, not saying I'm wrong, it's just my opinions. So last night I was watching the CBS Evening News, which I generally do just to kind of get the big scoop on things. And I got a little bit riled up. I'm still a little bit riled up. You can tell I'm wearing my black hat today, so that might give you an idea of what my comments are probably going to be. But last night, the governors were all talking about the feds, i.e., President Trump, staying the heck out, and we'll make our own decisions about reopening and everything else. So let's go back for a minute. What did these states do to prepare for this pandemic? I asked that question in my previous video, and I got no real comments about it, so apparently nobody really cares. I do not know. But what action did they take prior to the national advisory on social distancing, yada, 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 yada? So, if I understand it correctly, and I've stated this before, the states are independent from the federal government. They can do what they wish to do with or without the federal government in most cases. And it's always the states that say to the federal government, stay the heck out. We're going to do what we want to do. States' rights. Okay? So that's an issue. But then came up the issue with this pandemic and every now and then with other issues. They say, where the heck were you to the feds? We need the feds' help. We need your help. You have to help us. And then now we go right back to the stay the heck out. We don't want you. You can't tell us what to do. I don't get it. I honestly don't get it. All you politicians spend all of your time and huge amounts of money trying to get Trump out of office. What a waste. You argue and argue. You have committee meetings. You have all these investigations, spending boatloads of time and money. What are you doing to get ready for major events? And just plain taking care of your constituents. It drives me insane. Instead, Trump's first term is almost over, and you didn't accomplish anything. Not a darn thing. So, what is the point of all this arguing? And as far as New York State, I was born there. I left when I was a junior in high school, and I've been out west almost all my adult life. And I feel bad for the folks in New York. I have relatives in New York, and it's a terrible situation. Nobody can deny that. It's just unfathomable the amount of devastation that this virus has taken on the entire country, New York being the hardest hit for sure. But again, to the politicians there, if anybody should know better, you should know better. What happened after 9/11? You were dramatically affected by that. The world changed. The country changed after 9/11. So why weren't you prepared? Did you not think there might not be any other attacks of any kind? Did you not think that there would be some sort of chemical warfare attack? Is it not possible? I'm telling you, this country's in deep doo-doo. If we ever really get attacked with chemical weapons or otherwise, we have become so lax, it's beyond not funny. This country is not prepared. We are just not prepared. It's because of a strong military, it's because of strong leadership that this country has the right for people to stand up and say anything they want to say, no matter how ridiculous or how stupid it might be. If we could arrest people for being stupid, half the country would probably be in jail. I don't know. So here's another couple of questions for you to answer. How did China, who started all of this and got the whole ball rolling, all of a sudden stop it? I mean, I checked the other day. I don't know what it is today, but the other day there were a total of 81,000 cases in China. How did that country, with that population, just put a lid on it almost as fast as it started? All I can tell you, that's one way to end the trade war. What really happened, I have no freaking idea. Either countries are not reporting the truth, or something just doesn't seem right. And as far as the media sensationalizing everything, I am getting so tired of this. It's, again, beyond not funny. I mean, they were grilling Dr. Fauci on his briefings to the president. I mean, the guy seems pretty legit. I don't know. Maybe he is. Maybe he isn't. He's a doctor. He took the Hippocratic Oath. So is he a doctor? Is he a politician? Maybe he's a little bit of both. But give the guy a break, okay? I mean, you grill people like everything they're telling you is a lie. I don't get it. We sensationalize things to the point of being ridiculous. Everything's a big deal. And if the press would just stop. By the way, I'd like to know whatever happened to the vaping crisis. That seems to have gone away. What about the drinking and driving? What about crime and drugs? Why don't we take care of these issues? And why is it all of a sudden it's not in the news anymore? And yes, the pandemic is a big deal and everybody wants to know. But there are other things going on in the country. Nobody ever talks about them. It's whatever's the hot topic of the day. And speaking of hot topics, I got to get off onto another little aside real quick. You know, I feel bad for cops talking about crime. Yes, there's always one in every bunch, as they say. There are probably several bad cops out there that should not be cops. I get it. Just like there's probably some politicians out there that shouldn't be politicians. You know what I mean? But their hands are tied. The criminals have every freaking advantage. Don't violate their rights. That's what we talk about. What rights? If you murder, rape, or commit some other violent crime, why do you deserve rights? Wait till you have your daughter raped, or you get beat to a pulp by some mugger, or your husband or your wife or your son or your uncle gets shot to death. Then let's see how you feel about giving these violent criminals rights. And the message for you politicians, I don't care if you're Democrat or Republican, fix our crime issues. Quit wasting the taxpayers' hard, and I mean hard-earned money. All you folks are still getting your paychecks, I'm sure of it. And tell me, what other job can you work 4 years and get a full boat retirement with the best medical care and benefits offered? No other job that I ever heard of. So it's just mind-boggling. Okay, folks, so I've got riled up enough, said my piece. I feel better. Do you? At any rate, I'm Bob Phillips, and that's my For What It's Worth opinion of the day, and hopefully we'll see you next time. Bye.